Thanks for thanks for inviting me, and thanks everyone who's watching, if anyone's watching.
Of course, of course. Thanks for joining. I love doing these conversations with artists and getting to know a little bit about your process and what you're working on. So I did a little bit of an introduction from you. I believe you're currently in Bucharest still.
Yeah.
Romanian artist, known for your large scale murals and paintings and illustrations. You do some work digitally, so I'd love for you to give an intro about yourself and your work, and how would you describe what you do?
Well, um, what I would describe, I don't know. I mostly do hand painted illustrations. I very rarely do digital. Only if I don't know. Only if it's kind of required by the technique, the medium. For example, if I do a screen print or if I do a tapestry that needs to be layered, then I work digitally. But usually I try to, even if sometimes my work look digital, they are not digital. They're hand painted.
It's
But
just more flat graphic painting. Do you use gouache
yeah,
or acrylic? How do you get the look to make it look so flat?
acrylics and yeah, I actually want to try gouache. I've never tried it, but
Cool.
it's on my to-do list. I want to do some sketches in gouache as a, I don't know, as an I don't know. I can't find the word.
As an experiment, yeah. In the interim, in the in between.
And
Um,
yeah, in between the sketch and the final piece, I want to do like
oh,
an
cool.
intermediary. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but yeah,
Intermediary. Yeah,
yeah.
well, I love your work. Obviously, huge
Thank
fan.
you.
I see some of it in the background behind you. I know that you do
Yeah.
a lot of portraitures, a lot of like, contemporary icons, rappers, male and
Yeah.
female. How did you get into doing portrait work? Is that something that you always did?
Sorry.
How did
How
you
do
get
I?
into doing the portrait work? Did you always paint people,
Um,
or was that something that came up from shows or from commercial projects?
Now that I think of it, even when I was studying graphics 20 years ago, I was mostly attracted, and what we did in school, in university, was mostly portraiture and live drawing after
Cool.
um, models. But now that you mention it, I think I do too many portraits. I really enjoy when I have the chance to do something different, maybe architecture or I don't know, like a scene or
Mm.
something, or more abstract work. Um, but yeah, I think lately, because I've been doing these, I had this series of works inspired by hip hop culture. The subject, the subject itself was much more, I don't know. Focused on a person, on an iconic figure or something, and that's why I've done mostly portraits, and maybe I don't know. I I think
I
I
like
fell
that because
into
you
this.
include like a lot of the little icons and elements. You'll do these
Yeah,
borders and include a lot of decorative stuff and kind of, you know, include some detail and some other elements, which I think is really cool. Is that, I don't know what they remind me of, but maybe like textiles, like when you do the borders that are kind of
yeah.
like detail driven. Do you think that comes from somewhere, or is that just like experimenting with design work?
I think it comes from. I've seen it done in textiles. I've seen it done in
Oh.
religious icons, when you
Mm.
have like a saint or a religious scene, and then around it you have like the story of that saint or whatever,
Cool.
told in different instances. But I think it could also be decorative in textiles, and also in illuminated manuscripts. You
Yeah.
have a central illustration or text or whatever, and a very floral decorative border around it.
No,
So
that's
it could
really
be
cool. It's like building out the
decorative.
narrative, building out the story. It like all
Yeah,
his elements usually that are related to the, project or the icon, but it's all cohesive. It's really beautiful.
thank you.
Totally. So I know you do all kinds of mediums, painting and large scale murals and prints and stuff. What have you been working on lately? Did you have any exciting projects or any personal work or anything that you've been really excited about?
I mean, I'm not very excited lately because I feel like I'm a little burnt out. But I try to keep my excitement alive. I really love coming to the studio and working. And I'm working on I had 2 years ago. I had this very how do you um, sorry, I can't find my words now because I'm a bit nervous. But yeah, ambitious is the word. I had this
Mm,
ambitious show where I've done tapestries, big size tapestries. I've
cool.
done painted ceramics, and I wanted to do a life size car, but then I made it a little bit smaller, and all of this took a lot of energy and money,
Yeah, it's a
and
lot.
then I'm left with most of the pieces because most of them didn't sell. So now, at the moment, I'm trying to focus on smaller stuff, and but I'm slowly rebuilding my enthusiasm for showing my work and to do new pieces. And I have this series of illustrations of women that I started it many years ago for a
Cool.
commercial project. And what I did was women. I can show you some illustration.
Yeah, please. Was this part of the Queen's show that you just did, or this was separate from?
Yeah,
Cool.
this one is it's made on it's printed on silk.
Cool. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, the series is called Queens, and it's mostly with women who do stuff culturally and historically and whatever that are generally perceived as very masculine. For example, a woman race car driver or
Hmm.
guitarist or wrestlers, stuff like that. So yeah, I want to do a series of shows on this subject, and I'm working on some pieces for this show. Um, I also wanna do a. It's been one of my dreams to do a mosaic or
Cool.
a painted tiles piece or a mural or something. So I want to do that too, to collaborate with the ceramic studio.
I think a
What else?
mosaic would be really cool for your work with all of the detailed,
Yeah,
pattern work, decorations, the borders.
I've
I
had
really love
I
the
have
ceramic mosaics.
yeah, I've had intentions, but they never materialized. I wanted to. I proposed it for different commercial projects, but in the
Mm.
end, it didn't happen because I don't know, budget or time. And yeah, I also want to do a series of. I collaborated with a studio from Bulgaria on a
Cool.
series of screen prints that I have like right here.
Oh, those
This
are
is
really
a
cool.
screen print.
Was that
Uh,
part of the Queen series or that was separate?
mm, it was kind of separate, but I also included it in the show.
Those are beautiful.
And I
Um,
also, yeah,
I know it's so interesting doing creative work and being an independent. Like the cycles, they go up, they go down. It's like you're
yeah,
busy, you're kind of recovering. It's a big thing that I like to talk about is like finding that balance between just like personal work and commercial work and energy. And it's okay to feel kind of burnt out. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel not inspired. I think that That's just part of the journey of
Yeah,
being a creative. But enjoying the moments when you have inspiration and enjoying the moments where you're kind of just like at a lull. Because you have all this beautiful work and, that's not going anywhere. Are the prints available somewhere? Can people purchase those?
I mean, I sell them myself. I don't have an online shop, but I can just yeah, people
Cool.
can write a message or an email.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that.
And yeah, I also want to do a series of Rizzo prints.
Mm,
I have a lot of sketches that I want to transform in. I want to do, I don't know, because mm, most of my work was paintings on canvas or illustrations on paper, not very affordable. And I want to do something a little bit more affordable, and also play around with this technique a little bit. And I tried to do this series where I would just explore shapes, and if I don't know, if my intuition would tell me to do a circle, I would try to go in a completely different
mm.
direction and do like something else. I don't know. And I have like a lot of small sketches that I want to transform in these
Cool.
results. I can show you if you
Yeah. When
let
you
me
do
know.
your sketches, are you just doing with like pen and ink? Do you use paint for your sketches? Oh, I love the shapes on those. Your work is really, really graphic.
Yeah, because I studied graphics.
There you go. Yeah, the
But
compositions definitely read graphic. I love those just as patterns for, they look like they could be textiles or wallpaper or just like more decorative prints. Those are really pretty.
thank you. But yeah, usually I sketch. I hand draw all my sketches. I start with pencils, and then I just use ink, and then scan them and color them digitally,
Cool.
and then uh, take them back into analog, and yeah, hand paint
Cool.
everything.
So
But
part of your process when you're sketching is to kind of color it digitally and see how it
yeah,
looks and see how the colors and the shapes are arranged and then go back to painting it larger.
yeah. I
Cool.
mean, this is part of because I worked with a lot of clients, and then I had to show them different color palettes and stuff like that. This is how I got to this process. But before, I don't know, 15 years ago or a few years ago, many years ago, I would just sketch something and then color it. Uh, I don't know. I would just improvise.
Cool. So this is
But
all,
now it's
I feel like you do a lot of exploration for personal work and exhibitions, and you
yeah.
have a good balance between, keeping the work going yourself and, exhibiting it and showing it. Do you do much commercial work? How's client work been?
I
Um,
mean, it's been. Um, I had a scare at some point, like right after my exhibition from 2 years ago that I was telling you about. I didn't have any. I mean, I had very very low sales, and any. I didn't have any commercial projects. But then slowly, I think there are periods. Sometimes I don't have any commercial work for a few months,
yeah.
and then I have lots of them. For example, in the last few months, I've done work for Pepsi, for
Cool.
Mercedes, I've done. I was working until a few days ago on this pattern that I do sometimes for a chain of hotels, Regent,
Oh, cool.
and I create patterns for every time they open a new hotel.
That's
So I've,
great.
I've done one for Saudi Arabia and one for China. And at the moment, I'm working on a window design for a local brand from Bucharest, and an eyeglass brand
Oh,
called
cool.
Lunette. And they actually made the glasses.
Excuse me. Yeah, commercial work, client work also goes
Yeah,
up and down. Sometimes they're busier, you know, sometimes they're not. Excuse me.
of course.
It seems like you've been doing all kinds of fun stuff this year. I mean, you had the women's show or the Queen's show. You've had the print release, and it looks like some other posters, and I'm seeing the work from the library and a couple interviews. What's your favorite kind of work to do? Do you enjoy doing more large scale stuff? Do you enjoy doing the prints? Do you enjoy doing kind of the sketches? Do you have a preference now on what feels best?
I don't know. I think when I do digital stuff, I dream of doing painting something, and then when I paint, I dream of doing digital stuff or something. I don't know. I never, but I enjoy most of them, all of them. My favorite part is when I just do mindless work, when I just color block stuff.
Cool.
Because I can, I don't know, listen to audiobooks and watch TV shows while I'm doing it.
It's super meditative. I know, I like that too.
Yeah. Because the creative part is it is super important, but it's like a few, I don't know, 10% of the whole process. I just do sketching and blah, blah, and coloring at the beginning, and then I, like the whole implementation of the piece is, I think, my favorite part, because it doesn't require so much active, I don't know. It is, like you said.
It's like, it's meditative. It's like the repetitive stuff, you can kind of just get lost in it, and it is really relaxing when you don't have to like think so hard, and you can just go through the motions doing the repetitive stuff.
Yeah, it's weird because sometimes I come to work, but I'm relaxing.
I mean, that's part of it.
I feel very lucky.
That's part of the process for sure. Is there anything that you want to do, in the rest of the year? Do you want to continue the Queen's series? Do you want to, take a break? Are you hoping to do any, commercial projects? Is there anything that you're really looking forward to doing, or that you would like to manifest and, put into the universe?
I don't know. I would like to take a break, but I don't know. Apparently, I can't take a break because every time I want to take a break, there's either a commercial project or I'm planning to, I don't know, because what I do is every time I feel super creative, I make a lot of sketches, and then whenever I don't feel creative, or when I don't feel like, I don't know, thinking or doing something super active, I have a lot of sketches to implement. So
it never ends. Yeah. The work never ends. I mean, you can be.
It never ends. I don't want it to.
You want to be.
But yeah, I want to do. I want to paint a mural. I haven't painted murals in a while, but I think it's too late in the year now, because it's gonna. In a couple of months, or in a month, it'll be autumn. But yeah, I'm gonna have a small show in Transylvania.
Oh, cool!
I am from Transylvania, and I haven't really showed much there, and it's a small new gallery, and I want to show my Queen's pieces there, and I also want to. I have some work, some new stuff that I'm working on.
Very
I also want to do these prints with No Point Studio or something from Bulgaria. And yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
it
would like
seems like
to
you're
take.
staying busy. Yeah. When does the show in Transylvania open?
Uh,
What is it?
sorry.
August?
It's in October,
Oh,
mid
cool.
October. So I still have, I don't know, a month and a half to do some new work.
Super cool. What are the sizes of it? Is it like the big work like behind you? Is it big size, big scale paintings, or is it smaller work?
Smaller and also bigger, but the ones I'm working on are a bit smaller. I'm mostly doing some work on paper, and yeah, I have a few sketches that I have to I have to think about a size for them to see
Cool.
how they would work best.
Well, good luck with that. That's very exciting. Um,
It's-
and if, of course, thank you everyone for joining us. If you don't already follow Raul Saddo, please feel free to give him a follow. And like you mentioned, you do have prints available. You have,
yeah, yeah.
a couple things available that can be reached through your DMs. Is there any stores or print shops that carry your work, or it's mainly through you?
Yeah, I also collaborate with a gallery in Bucharest, Mobius Gallery, and they also sell some of my work as art prints.
Cool.
So whoever uh, is or would be interested in having in taking a look, I think I have a link in my bio, or I can just send it.
Cool.
Uh,
Do you do
some-
personal commissions, smaller commissions for individuals ever?
yeah, I've done that. Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Cool.
It
Amazing.
depends if I have time and if the brief is appealing. Most of the time it is, but yeah, I also do it. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us, Raul. Thank you everyone for joining and hearing a little bit of his process
All
and
right. Thank you very much.
keeping painting alive, keeping illustration alive. It's important. Well, thank you
Thanks.
guys again, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raul.
This is it. No more Q&A or
If anyone has any questions, they
yeah,
can drop them
sure.
below in the chat.
Okay.
We do a Q&A sometimes live, but of course, if
Yeah.
anyone has any questions for Raul, feel free to shoot him a message, shoot him a DM. He has prints available. And thank you again for joining us, Raul.
Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting.
Of course. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.